As a result of the failed Bar Kokhba revolt, Jerusalem was renamed Aelia Capitolina. A pagan temple of Jupiter Capitolina was constructed on the Temple Mount, and the land known for centuries as Judea became the Syrian province of Palestine, or the land of the Philistines. The Jewish inhabitants of Jerusalem were forced into exile, an exile that lasted in one form or another until 1948, a period of over 1,800 years. What about Gentile Christians who were left in Jerusalem? As Jewish believers could not enter Jerusalem, all that were left were Gentiles. The historian Eusebius informs us that when the church was collected there of the Gentiles, that the first bishop after those of the circumcision was Marcus. In other words, it was 100 years after the time of Christ before Marcus would become the first non-Jewish Christian bishop of Jerusalem. 100 years. Edward Gibbon, in his famous work entitled The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, tells us that at the persuasion of the new Gentile bishop Marcus, the most considerable part of the congregation renounced the Mosaic law, the practice of which they had preserved above a century. He tells us that by renouncing the Mosaic law, unlike those who refused to do so, they were free to live in Jerusalem and go and come as they pleased. Let us consider what these references tell us. They tell us that for some 100 years after the time of Christ, believers, both Jews and Gentiles, observed what Gibbon calls the Mosaic law. They kept the commandments of God and had the faith of Jesus, just as saints that are described in the book of Revelation. Earnestly contending for the faith once delivered to the saints, I'm Richard Reed with Just the Facts.